the world we live in today, several things are actually vying for the attention of recruiters. And if you have been submitting your CV and not getting the results you want, you're not getting callbacks, you're not getting, moving forward to application or interview stages, you're definitely missing the things I'll be sharing with you in this video today. So now the first skill I'm going to be sharing with you today is problem solving and insight. What exactly does this mean? Organizations today are hiring you to solve a particular problem. They're not bringing you in just to come and do certain processes or just to do certain mundane tasks, right? They are calling you or they are bringing you in to solve a particular problem. How exactly do you show this in your CV? I'll use myself as a practical example. So in my organization today where I work, in a consulting firm, we have what we call problem solving and insight. And problem solving and insight could be divided into three things. It's your first level order insight, second order insight, and your third order insight. I will explain what it means, don't worry. Your first order insight is you able to take a client's data, take a client's database problem and just look at it, what exactly is happening today. So you plot a graph and you say revenue has been growing by 5%. That's first order insight. Every blind person can even see the revenue has been growing by 5%. That's your first order insight. Your second order insight is you going a step further to say revenue has been growing by 5% and this is what it means on the business. So for example, revenue has been growing by 5% in the client today, but if you look at competitors or peers, revenue has been growing by 10%. It automatically tells you more that, okay, revenue has been growing by 5%, but revenue by 5% is actually bad. That's second order insight. Now, third order insight is coming to say, what is the implication of this when you look at the organization as a whole, on the industry as a whole? I'll use my revenue 5%. Revenue 5%, first order insight. Revenue has been growing by 5% compared to peers that have been growing by 10%, second order insight. Revenue growing by 5%, which is lower than peers growing by 10%, shows that if this trend continues and based on new expansion plans, based on this new trends in the industry, the client is not going to remain competitive, meaning they are going to lose X% of their market share or X% of their product in 5 years, in 10 years. This shows that you are able to go beyond what is obvious, show the implication it has on the client's business or industry as a whole. Basically, you probably want to end with what the client should do to solve this problem, right? So in your CV, you want to emphasize your ability to think critically about a client situation, about a customer product, about a customer situation, and provide solutions to solve the problems you've identified. This problem solving and insight ability or skill is a top skill that your organizations or your employers need to know you bring to the table, so that they know that if they hire Faith, for example, Faith is not just going to come and do the typical process that has always been done. No, Faith is going to look beyond the obvious to bring about solutions to client problems. This skill, problem solving and insight, critical thinking, is very important in any CV that you want to have in 2026. So now I've explained what problem solving and insight is. How exactly do you take this and actually show that you can do it in your CV? There are several examples, but I'll give you one. One is you could say, we designed a client's workflow by analyzing trends in the industry, competitive landscape, and recommending solutions to help make the client more competitive. You can even take this a step further by introducing numbers to your sentence, right? We designed a workflow by analyzing trends and the competitive landscape, which helped the client to become 30% more competitive in its pricing and product display, something like that. But you basically want to say, what problem did you solve? What did you do? We designed the client workflow. What problem did it solve? Helped the client to become more competitive against peers and helped the client to align more with industry benchmark. What did it result in? It basically helped the client to reduce prices by 30%, but overall increase revenue or increase profit by X%, right? So you want to go with the format of what did you do? What problem did it solve? What impact did it have on the business overall? If you follow this step-by-step format, it shows that you are able to think critically and problem solve in the new organization you want to get into. today. Now, the second skill that is very important for you to have in your CV in 2026 is what is called communication skills. Now, I know a lot of us, we graduate from school, maybe what we're used to is presentations or project presentation or project defense, but we've really not honed our communication skills. But this is very important in any organization you want to work in today. Now, what do I mean by communication? Communication is the ability for you to portray or basically present your information, your analysis, the work you've done in a very clear and concise way that the other person at the end of the table understands and fully grasps the message you are trying to pass across. That is communication. So you want to show in your CV that you have experience either developing your communication skills or actual experience communicating in top organizations, top presentations to the board, to executive directors, to the founder of the company to pass a particular message across. Now, how do you show this in your CV today? You could say, took a communication course or enrolled for a communication program where I was taught what? Public speaking skills. I was taught board management, board communication, top level management, executive communication. I was taught all of these things. I've gone ahead to implement these skills by presenting to my CEO during the weekly update meeting, during the weekly progress update meeting, during the weekly check-ins, right? And this has helped increase my promotion timelines. For example, I presented so much that they strongly believe that I could now lead a team. Presented so much that they believe that I could now be the one responsible for a client, right? I presented so much that I now have my own clients that I'm responsible for. All of these things is how you show that you are good at communicating. So for your communication skills, to show it in your CV, you could do two things. Number one, you could show the trainings, the certifications you went for to show that you are equipped with communication. But the second thing you could also show is how you have done this in real life. Your practical experience presenting to the board. I presented to a board of directors, I presented to an executive level management to show how to reduce costs in an organization. I presented to this, I presented to this, I presented to the C-suite of a company, and this led to this result. That is how you show your communication skills. It doesn't pay that you can solve all the problems in the world. If you're not able to effectively communicate this to the audience, you have not landed your message. Now, the third and final skill I'm going to be sharing with you in today's video that is very important to have in your CV today, and I know most of you guessed it, is digital and AI literacy. The AI landscape is changing broadly. It's very fast evolving that you cannot in 2026 not even understand the concept behind artificial intelligence and digital literacy. For example, you're going beyond just proficiency in Microsoft Excel that you would put in your CV too. You know how to build an Excel model using AI. They're two different things. You're going beyond, I know how to create PowerPoint presentations too. I know how to use AI optimally to create and improve my PowerPoint presentation, right? So in your CV in 2026, you want to go beyond just proficiency in Microsoft Excel, proficiency in Microsoft PowerPoint presentation, proficiency in SAP or whatever tool it is you use to. I know how to use AI to effectively make my tool, make my system more efficient. I know how to use several AI platforms. For example, I can use Claude AI to prepare presentations. I can use Grok to do analytical thinking. I can use ChatGPT to create videos for my presentation. All of these things. But you want to show in your CV that you know what to do with AI in your current position. For example, as a manager, use AI for this, and this. As an analyst, use AI for this, and this. You want to show that experience or that qualification in your CV. But most importantly, you want to show that you understand the nature of AI and how to embed it in your current systems and processes that make it better, right? So I know you already have your CV where you have your proficiency, interest, and you just have Microsoft presentation, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft OneNote. That's all you have there. How about you take it a step further to say know or understand the process of leveraging AI, in brackets the tools you can use, maybe Claude, maybe GPT, maybe whatever other AI and show how you can embed it in Microsoft presentation. Show how you can use AI to create Microsoft Excel model. Show how you can use AI to do the work you would typically do. That would definitely make you stand out in your CV, which I tell you that most people don't have in their CVs today. So those are the 3 steps I have for you today on how to make your CV stand out in 2026, right? And this advice can be a bit generic if you want one-on-one sessions with me where I go through your CV and specifically tell you the words to tweak, how best to position yourself, your skills, your experiences for the organization you are applying to. Book a call with me using the link in the description box and we'll take it from there. If this video has been helpful, don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe to the YouTube channel. It really motivates us to do this work better and better. I'll see you in my next video. Bye everyone.